Today is 14th of July. 4 news stories. Firstly, we have an official confirmation that Oromia state security forces have been deployed to Raya and Afar. Secondly, Ethiopian refugee agency is calling upon international community to condemn attacks on Eritrean refugees by TPLF members in Mayani and Adi Harash refugee camps. Thirdly, UN relief agencies are saying that supplies of humanitarian aid to Tigray are taking too much time. Fourthly, we'll have a look at PM Abiy's statement about new military action on Tigray. Lastly, some clarification about rumors that May Sabri has been retaken by Amhara forces and that Tigray fighters have reached Djibouti, Ethiopia railway line. Let's look at the first news story. We have first official confirmation that Oromia state security forces have been deployed in Afar and Raya. Tisfai Daba Wakjira is a member of Ethiopian parliament. He is Deputy Attorney General. He has shared a post on his Facebook page and he has confirmed that large number of Oromia region security forces are on their way to be deployed in Raya and in Afar. He says that the forces, Oromia forces, are being deployed to these fronts to counter external and internal threats. We have been waiting for an official confirmation of the deployment of Oromia forces in Afar and Raya. Last night I uploaded a video in which I showed you a video clip showing some buses and soldiers. I informed you that it was being claimed that the buses, 200 buses, were carrying Oromia state security forces, and they had reportedly arrived in Awash town of Afar. Awash town is in Afar region. It is situated to the northeast of Addis Ababa. I have two videos for you viewers. First video clip is the one which I showed you last night about buses carrying Oromia security forces to Awash. And other video clip has also emerged. Watch the two video clips, then we'll talk about other news stories.
يعلي مئة كلتا مئتين لعليا من أوتوبوس مليشان أي أوروميا يوم اللي غلوا مسافرين عند اللو قرأت أصل زي يمشي إلى بدم بالكوني راجم بزح مدينة يوم بزح نقرميتهم لها بدي حريق أو كلمة كاري أزنه اليوم دعم هني دعم تميتني فهو مديو يوم قال له يسافر له حجي مش كتب على عام
So the deployment of Oromia security forces, Oromia region security forces to Afar and Raya has been confirmed now. We are hearing similar reports from Sidama and from Somali region that preparations are underway for deployment of regional forces from these regions to Afar and Amhara region. We are hearing from Sidama that police officers have been told about deployment to Amhara region, but they have refused so far. We are hearing similar news from Somali region as well. We don't have official confirmation of the deployment of Sidama forces and Somali forces. Now about Oromia security forces, we have an official confirmation. So this war could turn into a large-scale civil war if all these forces start fighting against each other. Second news story is about a statement issued by Ethiopian refugee agency ARRA, Agency for Refugees and Returnees Affairs, is Ethiopian refugee agency. It has shared a statement. This statement has been shared by Ethiopian Permanent Mission at the UN as well. This agency, which is an Ethiopian government agency, it is calling upon international community to condemn attacks on Mayani and Adi Harish refugee camps by TPLF members. The agency claims that TPLF members attacked Eritrean refugees in Mayani and Adi Harish refugee camps within the past few days when TDF launched an offensive on May Sabri town. And this agency is calling upon international community to condemn these attacks. In my yesterday's video, I quoted Filippo Grandi, who is UNHCR, said he had also confirmed that attacks were carried out on Eritrean refugees in Mayani and Adi Harish refugee camps. Why is Tigray's government led by TPLF is silent? Why is that TPLF government has not announced so far about the start of any investigation into these attacks? If Eritrean refugees have been attacked in Tigray, it's the responsibility of Tigray's government to launch investigations into these attacks. Thirdly, viewers, UN relief agencies are saying that it's taking too much time for humanitarian aid to arrive in Tigray. On day before yesterday, first batch of humanitarian supplies arrived in Tigray from Afar region. Views. This first convoy, it traveled along Samira-Mekelle road. Views. The distance from Samira to Mekelle is around 440 kilometers. And it took 4 days for this convoy to reach Mekelle from Samira. From Samira to Mekelle, at least 10 checkpoints, the convoy was stopped by security forces, and all the supplies were thoroughly and rigorously checked. So it took 4 days for this convoy to travel from Samira to Mekelle. UN relief agencies are calling for faster passage of these humanitarian aid supplies to Tigray. Lastly, viewers, Prime Minister of Ethiopia just a few hours ago issued a statement. He hinted at new military action in Tigray. Questions are being asked. It is being said that 2 weeks ago, when Prime Minister of Ethiopia announced unilateral ceasefire, back then he had said that TPLF was no more a threat, that Mekelle was no more center of gravity. It was just like Bishasha. So why is that now suddenly he's saying that Ethiopian people must rise against internal and external threats? Within just 2 weeks, TPLF has turned into a threat. Very valid question, viewers. Secondly, he is issuing statement before taking any action. if you want to take military action, will you issue a statement first or will you take military action first? If you are issuing a statement first, it means you are alerting your opponents. So that is why people are questioning his intent. Is he sincere in this statement? Does he mean action? Or he is just trying to appease Amhara leaders who are putting pressure upon the PM to start major military offensive against TDF in Western Tigray and in Raya. So in coming days, we'll have clarity about the statement of PM Abiy Ahmad. Lastly, was two clarifications. We've been hearing two news. Firstly, from Amhara news sources that May Sabri has been retaken by Amhara forces. Unconfirmed news, no confirmation so far. Then we are hearing from some TPLF aligned news sources that TDF fighters have reached railway line Djibouti Ethiopia railway line. It's again an unconfirmed news. This railway line is far away from where fighting is underway and from where TDF is present in Afar. That is why both the news are unconfirmed. After verification, if the news are confirmed, I'll share with you the detail of these news. Thank you for watching.